So,
Why, yes.
unlike previous parts, this time around we are doing post-commentary.
Huh?
And one of the advantages of
You're
doing
kidding me.
post-commentary is
No
that I'm
way.
allowed to focus on what I want to
What
talk,
the heck?
rather
That's
than
horrible.
play and focus on what I want to talk at the same time,
Yeah,
which
it's
leads
a
to
game,
some
but I'm still
occasionally
serious.
disjointed sentence structures.
Now loading.
Here's the thing. This
Surprise!
was originally
Dengekiko is
a
your
3-hour
new character.
recording,
I look forward
if
to
not
this.
longer. And the reason for that has to do with the fact that I never discovered the medal system until the final boss of the game. And you are going to see that this comes back to bite me, in that I get frequently one-hit KO'd by most of the enemies in this game at an almost absurd rate.
Newsflash. Dengekiko's
Most
birthday
likely,
suit.
this is going to be about 5 parts of post-commentary,
Who took these pictures?
which is fine because I was
thought he
considering
ripped the film
doing
out of
the
that
final
warrior's camera when
Dengekiko
I caught
Famitsu
him.
mission, the one about
Anyway,
them looking for the
some
prototype similar.
unwarranted
It's the
comments
one where
have
they
been
get their
circulating about
EXC
these
special,
girls.
their Lily
Such as
Boost special,
so hot,
whatever it's called.
Eternal lover.
And the
Next
reason
year is so gonna be my wife.
that I'm glad
I'm new
I kind
too,
of lost my
and
audio
many others.
is that I could cut things
These
out
aren't
because
just comments, though.
yikes,
These are our fans'
that
fetish
mission,
delusions. And
because
that
I was
last one
level 18
so
and
gross.
that recommended level was 30 for that mission,
Pardon me.
I was doing so
This
little
proves that
damage to the
something
enemies
must be done to
that
alleviate our fans'
I think
overwhelming
that
desires.
mission lasted longer.
The Storm
I think it was
has
like
been
90
sent
minutes
over.
to beat that mission,
We hope it
which
will
makes
be enough to
Eggman
play
Land
with you.
look short.
This isn't going
And I
to
understand
help me with
that
my
that was completely my
journalistic
fault
duties.
because I did not discover about the
Stick
medal
around
system
for the
until
next
after
exciting
beating
installment of Dengekiko
everything,
News.
not counting the final
This
boss.
is Dengekiko
Because I was curious, I was thinking to
signing
myself, there's all these medallions, but I have no, there's all these bands you can
loading.
apply to your characters in the setup.
Yeah.
But there was no shop, so I was very confused as to what I was supposed to do.
Yes.
And then,
Okay.
in the last moment, I recognized, well, I realized that there were these things called medallions, and I just thought those were collectibles, like a
let's go.
statistics meter. No.
Now
Turns out those
loading.
unlock stat boosts, they unlock weapons,
The next
they
quest
unlocked equipment
Oh,
for
goody, an
the
easy one.
character, and for some reason I just never did it. I just completely forgot about it until the very end. See, those things, I really just thought those were statistics, like in how many I killed at that point in
There's
time.
more to come.
And as you can see, this is my penalty
Goodness.
for not realizing
I'm
that the
so
medals exist,
sorry.
just how
I'm
quickly I get
sorry.
one hit
Run
KO'd by
away.
the enemies, or 2-hit KO'd by the
Here
enemies.
we go.
This is a winning run. Pretty much, if you see Neptune or Rom,
loading.
you can assume it's a winning run, because they're over-leveled compared to everyone else.
Dengekiko is your new character.
There were
I
other
look
attempts at
forward
these
to this.
sections, but most of them ended with me dying in less than 2 seconds, and it wouldn't even have been funny to just edit out all the deaths. At least with the previous ones, I lasted a while, didn't realize that the enemy's HP was not going down. Now here, I just want to explain what happens here. Look at how little damage I'm doing to the enemies. Look, their bars are practically sterile. But in the moment, because I'm talking and trying to focus on other things besides the game, I don't realize
I can tell
that
you do this
the
sort
bars
of
aren't
thing.
going down. So when I switch to Neptune and I see that their enemies are falling a lot faster than they would be normally, then I find out that it's not just that I have improved damage with the Goddess characters. At first I just thought, oh, improved damage, that's the DLC weaponry. It's not just that. Like I said, you can get stat boosts for the characters in the game, I just didn't capitalize on it because I completely forgot about the mechanic. And also, Neptune's stats, yeah, I'm taking hits left and right with Neptune, but the thing is, I don't really care that I'm taking hits left and right with Neptune, simply because her stats were so high that I can take multiple hits. If I get hit once or twice with Dengekiko or Famitsu, that's it for them, they just fall. I can maybe get away with 3 hits depending on which enemy attacks me and how it attacks me. But that was the main contest. I was thinking, man, these final missions are really hard. They're 1 or 2 shotting me, and I gotta take forever to kill them. I'm thinking, yeah, difficulty spike in a Neptunia game. Okay, I thought it was a bit of an unjust difficulty spike until I realized, hey, the game gave me tools I just completely forgot about. And I'm gonna say forgot about them because I was made aware that those advantages existed in this game. I just never did anything with them back in part 1 or 2. Now, one thing that I've noticed is that there's a lot of ways that you can combat the enemies, and that every character has their own unique style. I just happen to really gravitate towards Neptune and Rom because of their playstyles. Well, Neptune's I gravitated towards her playstyle, simply because I thought Neptune was the most fun character to control out of all of them. However, Rom was a case of I like the character of Rom, therefore I just wanted to play as Rom regardless of how well I liked her. But I played as Rom enough to the point where she just naturally gained levels. Not as much as Neptune though.
It's awesome.
Now look at this, even with HCD form, I'm doing less damage as Dengeki than I would be as base Neptune. Eventually we get to use Neptune to such a high extent that it becomes overpowered in some instances. And I do cut a lot of these missions down, simply because a lot of time is just me repeating the attack over and over on the enemies. In fact, previous parts, one of my biggest issues with previous parts when I was editing them was noticing how long I spent just fighting a wave of enemy and not progressing through the story. Matter of fact, I tried to do my best to get at least one cutscene per part, but I couldn't simply because some of these missions really dragged. The first instance of it was the Rom and Ram mission in the episode called The Gauntlet, which is just that mission, and that's it.
Finished in a flash.
And here, yes, we defeat the big Dagu with Neptune and then Gekko, we realize this stuff is taking way too long.
This is just how
And I mean way too long. Neptune is 61, Gekko's 20. My complete lack of balancing in terms of levels is completely on display in this ending section. It's completely my fault. I really think I could have played this more optimally, but given that I wanted to do a not blind run, because I've seen the cutscenes of this game before, I just never saw a complete let's play of it, so I never really got to figure out true optimization of this game. And a lot of game let's players,
no need to overdo it.
what they do is they they cut out a lot of menuing and just show the gameplay, which is fine for the entertainer. But when someone just wants a guide, I realize I should have used walkthroughs, but that's even rarer now considering that walkthroughs don't get the views they did back in, say, 2011, 2012. Don't get me wrong, they still exist. Walkthroughs definitely still exist, but they're not as popular because they're more akin to guides rather than an entertainment. A Let's Play or a commentary channel will be more fun to watch simply because the whole point is not to learn how to beat the game, but rather to watch someone play a game. But then again, this game, just couldn't find someone who fully beat the game. Yeah, I could have used the Twit's Let's Play, but through this, I finished watching Twit's Neptunia 1 Let's Play, the original Neptunia, and then I watched his Mark II Let's Play, and then his Reverse before he cut that one short. And in all honesty, I mean, the guy's fine, I guarantee you he's a good person. I just couldn't get behind his commentary style, it just wasn't my thing. I watched his Neptunia 1 and his Mark II Let's Play simply because I was playing those games and I wanted to see a quick little
It looks really
image of the game before completely going through with it. There's one issue that I had with the original Neptunia, and this was completely my own fault. I spent so long in that tutorial, about 2 hours, even though the tutorial's a hallway and 3 enemies.
not good.
And the reason I spent, sorry, multiple hours in that tutorial has to do with the fact that I was so confused by the combat system of the original Neptunia. Once I got good at it, once I figured out how to use it, I realized this is my favorite mechanics in all Neptunia, and it's a bit of a shame that they dropped. I know why they dropped it. The mechanics were slow as hell to some people, and the critics especially found it slow, so I understand why they don't bring it back. But just personally, I really think that Neptunia 1 had the best combat of the main series. Don't get me wrong, the Mark II combat that we've been using all the way through V2R, I mean V2, because I don't think V2R used it. Maybe it did, I'm not too sure about that one. It's great combat. I just think that Neptunia 1 had better combat. And I also think Neptunia 1 had the best story, with the exception of maybe V2. Other than that, that's my take on it. And that's really an issue I had with this game.
Easy.
This game really does work better on a handheld than it does on a computer. The early parts were the worst instances of it because I was playing on keyboard, just straight up, and I had very little time to switch. Because the way you play this game on keyboard is WASD, LKOI,
Is
H,
this it?
tab, backspace, 8, 4, 5, 8, 6 were your controls.
Here.
8, 4, 5, 6 being the camera, and then up, down, left, right, and the arrow keys being your D-pad, really meant you had to be hyper dexterous or take time out of your game in the moment, because this is a faster paced game. This was in Super Neptunia versus Sega Hard Girls, I never had to worry about this. But in this game specifically, because of how fast it is, switching back and forth between all of them made it so I had to become extremely dexterous just to compete. And while I have nothing against that as a whole, it was something that I noticed, which is why I inevitably caved and used a Switch controller, the Pro controller for the Switch, and just connected it via USB.
I'll leave the rest to you.
Which made this a hell of a lot more fun, and then I realized I could customize the controller, which made it seem more like a handheld, and once I was using the controller, which is clearly how this game was meant to be played, as a handheld action game, it became a lot more fun. Still, doesn't negate the fact that the combat in this game is, I want to say, like Kingdom Hearts Recoded, except a lot more repetitive.
Leveling is
And I don't think there's a block button in this game. Recoded, I think, had a
feeling.
block button, but this game did not. And that was an issue I had with it. No, not Recoded. I think it was Birth by Sleep that had a block button.
A
Going to have
new
to
special
check that.
move, huh? The power of Louise.
In addition, the lack
guess
of
we finished
CGs in this
making it.
game. Well, I don't
This
necessarily
is
need
Louise
CGs
power.
in a Neptunia game. They are
Now
staple
fire up
since the
that
first one, so
robot or whatever is
not
gonna be
having
a
them around
Let's
was
eat it up
sorely
right
lacking
now.
and made the game
Go, Ram.
a bit
Calm
less empty. And also
down.
the resolution
We
of this
don't know
game.
if this will be enough
It's
to
not
defeat it or
terrible,
not.
okay? The game looks fine. It's just that
Such a downer all the time. I'm
earlier
sure we'll
titles,
win.
and especially later titles, just
I'm
look
not
way
a
better than this, and I
downer.
don't
I'm
understand why
worried.
it looked the way
I
it
have
does.
to do everything I can
Like I said,
to
I can still
ensure
tell
neither
it's
of you are
Neptunia, I can
injured.
still tell it's
Fine, we'll
what
be
we're
careful.
playing, and
Good.
graphics don't make
I'm
or break a
holding you to
game to me,
that.
it's just something I
Let's
noticed.
go. And this
But
time
I'm pretty
we'll
sure
win.
that if I was playing on a Vita
Come on.
with that smaller
love
screen, this
you.
game would look awesome, and I guarantee you it
But I love
does.
you mostest.
I have a Vita, I just don't own this game on Vita, which is why
Now
I couldn't
loading.
test it.
It's special.
But I really do think that this game could
Why, yes.
best be played as handheld. I don't think you should try to marathon this game the way I did. It did sour my
Now
experience
loading.
towards the end because it got a bit dull
Hi,
repeating
everyone. It's
the
time for
same
Buckets and
attack
News,
commands
where we
over and
discuss
over and
only
over
the
again.
hottest news in game industry.
I know that later Tamsoft action
Today's
games,
top
so that would
headline.
be the Mega
Sad
Tagmention
times.
game
Blonde
and For
faces
Goddess Online,
criticism.
do a better job of making
She
the combat
probably couldn't keep that
work better,
demonic
but I just
version
think
of
this
herself
game
locked
specifically,
away.
of the three Tamsoft
People are
games,
lamenting
has the
over
best
the girls
combat,
getting
and the only things
stronger
holding it
because it
down
makes it
realistically
harder for their
were
clothes to
the lack
tear.
of enemy variety
Some
in
choice
terms of
quotes
tactics,
include
not in terms of
heartless
design, because the
and those
design
poor
looked awesome.
monsters. Others
And
say,
the story.
Have you no heart? Or
This story
end it
is
all.
pretty bare bones. I mean,
Jeez,
maybe there's
people.
something in the post game,
Instant
but
gratification is such a
I
problem
just don't
in
have the
today's
motivation to do
society,
post game.
but
And also,
it's still
what is it?
valid
3 months of
complaint.
Neptunia we've done on this
In
channel?
response, Easy Ripping
Because we
has
started
been
on
sent out to
September
the
19th
aforementioned
in terms
girl.
of uploads.
Please let this end all the hate.
In terms of
It didn't have
actually
anything to do with the raging
recording and
kid
editing,
known as
that started
Blonde.
back in
But
like
she'll snap
August.
when she sees
No,
this.
not even August. In July, I started recording Sega Hard
Until
Girls.
next time, this has been
Let me put it this way:
Buckets and
the
News.
Sega Hard Girls
See
Let's
you
Play
around.
and this Let's Play will be completely
Now
finished
loading.
before
Yep.
even
If you're
the
going
first part
to
gets
quit,
uploaded.
No. Why, yes.
Right.
And I'm not really sure if that's a good or a bad thing. But the thing is, I can't play
Yep.
video games every single day. So while it looks like I'm on that grind,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
really not. I'm just doing really long sessions if I ever have time. And when I'm not doing that, I'm just living my life normally. Like I said, I don't do this for
This
any.
is quite easy.
I don't do this for any reason. I just think it's fun
Now
to record
loading.
myself and talk over a game that I'm playing. So I think it's fun. Okay, it's just a really fun game. But this is one of the biggest issues that I have with a game like this, and why I don't think I'll do the Tag Mention or For Goddesses. And it has to do with the
Show
fact
me
that
what you are capable
they really
of.
do seem better for pick up, put down, and then a week later so pick up, put down. Let me put it this way.
The next dimension is ready for you.
A different game that I played recently was Sonic Forces, okay? That game came out in 2017, I believe. I picked it up and played it back in September 10th. what I
go.
noticed with that game is it really was just a one and done game. If Forces was long, like other people like saying,
I
for
see you.
example,
Here I
just any
go.
reviewer who played that game, one of their biggest questions were, where's the rest of it? I don't think it would work as that. I think a game like Forces did it right in that it should be a one and done kind of game. This game really does feel like a one and done kind of game. In fact, because the story was so simplistic, because I'm not gonna lie to you, Next Gen Mech is not a really good enemy, okay? Of all the enemies in Neptunia, this is probably one of the weaker enemies, okay? I'm not even kidding, I'd rather sit through Trick than Next Gen Mech. I think Next Gen Mech is boring. Like, Trick was,
HDD
depending on who you ask, either
Prepare
really funny
yourself.
or really disturbing to read,
Ouch.
because you are reading the cutscenes, technically.
Ow.
But at least you remember him and you know what he's about. Yeah, he's that dude. Next Gen Mech just struck me as, why is Next Gen Mech here? Okay?
Spiral break.
Next Gen Mech doesn't even figure into the story, it's just a way to give the game a climactic ending. Which is fine, I just don't think this game needs to be as long as it is. I mean, don't get me wrong, this game has plenty of missions, you can probably have a really good time if you just do mission hunting. If you're a completionist, this game will hold you for a long time.
How do the results look?
But at the same time, if you're not a completionist, just wanted to get to the story,
The
this
result
story
is awesome.
lacks a lot
But
of
I enjoy the
content.
praise all the same. I am stronger
Okay, one of my
now.
biggest draws towards the Neptunia series would be the story. I know that a lot of people say it's a Neptunia game, the story's not meant to be
With
serious.
this, I
The thing is,
should be able to
Neptunia
tap
actually
into the
has
true
good
power
plots
of Leanbox.
whenever the writing team decides to
None
give us
can
a good
stand
plot.
before me now.
Best examples were the original Neptunia,
Still,
Mark II,
This feels like such a
V2,
hollow
and
victory
Super
for
Neptunia
some
RPG
reason.
to me are the standout,
It
like,
must
best
be
plots in
because
this
I am the
series.
sole CPU without
And even
a
then,
younger
Mark II's
sister.
weakness was how short it
One
was.
truly is the loneliest
you-
number.
If you don't grind in
this
Neptunia Mark II, you
perhaps the way
item
Noir
spam like a
feels
psychopath, you can
every
probably
day
beat it in
of her
15
life?
hours. It's that short when
If
you
so,
break
I
it
really
down,
should
and that's
consider
with the
paying her a
cutscenes
friendly
playing.
visit from time to time.
It really is a short game, but I understand it, that's fine.
Now
I don't need the game to
loading.
be
What's
absurdly
going
long.
on?
Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
I'm cool if the game is long, okay? I'm not the kind of person
Yes.
who'll complain about something overstaying its welcome, because, look, if that means I get to play more of a game and I'm actually liking the game, I don't care if it's long. Okay?
Yes.
I guess the one that I got a bit of
Whoops, don't
criticism for among my friend group would be my
deploying.
enjoyment of, say, 2005 Shadow the Hedgehog
Now loading.
for GameCube. Yeah, it also came out on Xbox and PS2, but I played the GameCube version of it.
Honestly,
Lost
I didn't
impact
think
of
I'd
the
make it
levels
this
in
far.
the game. When you're doing the missions, if you miss one of the artificial chaos in that game, you can be there for 35 minutes, give or take.
Next dimension is ready
But I don't
for
really
you.
care, because I think the music in that level is so good, and also, we learn about the colony arc in that level, that it's worth just sitting through. But moving on, I want to talk about my biggest issue with this mission. Recommended level 30,
Okay.
average
now
level
stop.
18 and 20,
What?
so 19.
Yeah.
Let's just watch how long it takes to take out this mushroom, okay?
Ha!
Because I had to deal with horde after horde of enemies. Like I said, this mission was 90 minutes, give or take.
Ha!
This is one enemy. Look at how long this takes.
Take this.
And I'm not doing any damage. With Neptune, at least would be consistently 4K, 3K, 5K, occasionally 8K.
Ha! Ha!
Here I'm doing 328, 360, 378, 700.
I
We are
see
not
you.
doing this fast
Here.
enough. And this mission will drag
Here.
a long time. Okay?
Here.
This mission takes time to beat when you're not grinding. Once more, this is not the game's fault. This really is my fault for forgetting about the medal system and for forgetting about
Take this.
actually grinding the other characters and not necessarily focusing on story missions, but rather going from bottom up. So I figured I'd just go bottom up, I'll eventually get them all done, it'll be fun.
Ah! Take this.
Never mind.
Here.
Look at this, I'm still on this one enemy.
Ha!
I decided to cut this mission down. This mission is probably about 3 minutes in total when you're just doing the objectives. But fighting these enemies just takes way too long. Look at this mushroom, it's still going.
Yeah.
Okay, we're close, we're not done yet. The mushroom can barely hit me because at this point I've learned how to stun lock enemies and prevent them from attacking.
Take this.
And to keep a chain going. Look at that, 70 hits, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76. And it'll just keep going. point, I just want to use a special attack to get rid of it. But what you don't see is all the other mushrooms that appear. Because you're going to see me cut to the end of the boss and then just cut to killing all the mushrooms.
That's no
But
palette.
take account of every single mushroom that appears.
It's a true boss.
Each mushroom takes that roughly the same
So
amount of time to beat
pretty
it.
good, huh?
Even in HDD form with Dengeki, which I don't really want to call HD, but rather the best comparison would be that form that Neptune has, Adult Neptune, in the OVA. Look at this. Look at how, for whatever reason, the boss enemy takes less time to defeat than these mushrooms. And don't get me wrong, this boss enemy still took an eternity to beat and required an absurd amount of hits. Look at this hit combo. In fact, it's either this mission or the previous mission where I broke the 999 hit combo and I got the maxed out total damage as well. Which is interesting. To the point where I don't even think the game kept count of it anymore. I really think that in some of these missions I did so much damage to the enemies that the game stopped counting. Look! I mean, the only advantage of Dengeki in CPU form is that she can para-hacks enemies. If she wasn't able to do that, it wouldn't even be worth doing so. The only reason I did is because I didn't want to get pot-shotted. Pot-shotted means to get attacked while you're not
I'm
really
glad our designs aren't similar.
seeing it in that
Lame
way.
if we look like palette swap.
And that's the context I'm using it for. Pot-shot technically has another meaning, but doesn't really seem worth elaborating at the moment. And of course you have the special attack. You're gonna see me cut to when all these mushrooms are eventually dead, because we spend a while on all these mushrooms. Well, I spent a while on these mushrooms. You're gonna see the smash cut. Final mushroom dead with Famitsu, I think, because it takes forever to kill one of these guys. And then we gotta go on to the final room, where we have another boss. Thankfully, these bosses aren't very hard, but these mushrooms, man, these mushrooms made this mission 90 minutes long. These mushrooms are the epitome of damage spikes, okay?
I'll write an article about it.
I don't even know what enemy from a game I played could compare to it. It was just an absurd amount of time to kill these things. Now, luckily, the only enemy I actually have to fight are the bosses, and in this room, it's not the mushrooms that appear, but the pipes, and the pipes are much easier to deal with, simply because these pipes are not designed to be the biggest pace breaker. Okay, that's it for that.
Interesting.
And as you can see with each of these boss fights, it becomes really easy to just mess them up in its entirety. Give or take. We just mess this dude up. Just gotta keep swinging at him until he eventually falls and tilts over. Come on, guy. Just fall, please. Please. You don't need to make this drag out longer than you need to. But for some reason, the enemies will do their damnedest to make this drag out longer than it needs to. And just like that, we finally beat this guy. I think. And out of frustration, I just... No, never mind. He's still kicking it. These enemies just did not want to die. Again, my fault for not grinding. I just figured, okay, I'll just pick whatever character I think is fun to play at in the moment. And that'll be all. That'll be a hunky-dory. Great, sweet. Everybody's gonna have fun tonight. If you want to know, so I guess if you want to see when it's recorded, maybe the day before the parts 7 and 8 of Progression come out.
You'll be the underdogs if you have to rely on me, so don't lose.
Okay, so we switch back to Dengeki and we're just going to stun lock this dude until he eventually drops. Look at these damage spikes, okay? Part of me wishes that the other characters came with special equipment, kind of like the CPUs. Because it would have made these sorts of sections drag less. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that would be better design. That's just for the sake of making recording much easier. This was going to be 8 parts. No, my bad. 6 parts. And it was going to be called the Journalistic Integrity Saga. This is an instance where I'm kind of glad that my audio was missing, because I could just cut this down to only the short part. And I messed up. It's not 3 minutes, it's a bit longer, but the mushrooms themselves didn't take 90 minutes for the whole thing. Okay, this mission was forever. Out of frustration, despite already being done, I decided to kill some of these pipe dudes because I just couldn't be bothered to let any of them live. Well, I guess I let some of them live, but not all of them. Just grabbed it and said, okay, we're done.
Finished in a flash.
Pretty fun, pretty short, pretty sweet. And that's all about it. I'm just gonna make this one giant part.
No,
Okay.
this is just how strong I am.
Yeah, just one giant part. Just
Level
make
up.
this an hour and half finale or whatever. Have a good time with it. Rather than... No. I said earlier I was gonna make it 5 parts.
It was
I don't know
worth
why.
the
Just
effort.
flip-flop between it.
I
No, it's gonna be
wasn't sure
5
if
parts.
we'd be able to come up with a new super move. Now we've got 9 of these items.
Yes, we got
may
more of
as
these
well
items
keep
now.
looking
Good.
for more. Don't you find it strange that our company was
no, I
able
said
to
it was gonna be
develop
5 parts,
something that
but
could tap
nah,
into this
nah,
much
nah.
power?
Let's flip-flop again
I
and just
feel
make
safe
it
with
one
these items,
giant
but
part,
I
one
also
giant
feel
adventure.
scared about the
and
potential
everyone
for
be
abuse
good,
they
okay?
carry.
This
Us
Let's
grunts
Play has
aren't
dragged
supposed
on
to
for
worry
months,
about
okay?
stuff
3
like
months of
We should
Neptunia on the
focus on
channel.
using it as
I
best
like
we
Neptunia,
can.
but
We
damn,
can
we
get
need to take a
such
short
better
break from it
scoops
because
thanks to these.
this
I
was
bet we
getting
could even
ridiculously
take on that
long.
monster. You aren't
And
frightened
while I have nothing
that we
against
made
this
something
game in
artificial
particular,
that can
I
harness as
also
much
know it's
power
not
as the CPUs?
the greatest Neptunia game.
Our company
You know,
has
our Lord and
essentially
Savior,
gained
Neptunia 1.
enough power to create its own nation through these things.
On the PS3, not the
We're
Rebirth game.
using
The
it for
Rebirth
good,
game,
though.
I can't,
And when I say good,
play it.
I mean it'll
Rebirth
help
1
us
is
to
not
write
that
good
good.
articles.
compared to Neptunia 1.
You can say that again.
And you understand why it was
It's
made
the only way we know
to
how
make
to
it more
live.
accessible to get into Neptunia. And because it's easier to follow.
Now
And
loading.
because it's not as, how should I say, tonally distant from the rest of the franchise.
I'm so sleepy.
But I still think
I
Neptunia 1
haven't
is
had
best.
my
If
morning
I was only
cappuccino
allowed to
pudding.
play one Neptunia
It's
game, I'd pick
too
Neptunia
early
1.
for this. You wanted us to wake you up no matter what time it was.
And now let's get back to the
We
story, because
have to
that
defeat
mission, I'm
our
so glad I
enemy.
cut it out, and it was still
It's our duty
what,
as
10 minutes
CPUs
long?
and as
5
older
minutes long? I don't remember.
sisters.
pretty long.
Right. Not that we really care.
And now
if
you're
you
going to
come with us or not.
understand why I discovered
Too bad.
the
I'm
tokens.
I gotta act like a
Because
big
I
sister, too.
really
You
thought
see?
that was just a statistics
not
and
sleepy
how
at
many
all
enemies
now.
I managed to defeat in that instance.
So hey, why didn't we invite
Too
Bert?
bad for me.
She isn't an older sister to
I
anyone.
messed
There's no need to drag her along.
This
Heavens,
Let's
what
Play
a stinging
likely could have been a
comment.
lot shorter.
Please invite me to
A
your
lot
party,
shorter
regardless of my lack of
if
siblings.
I decided to
You're
just
up,
use the
Bert.
medallions.
How'd you know we were gonna do this?
Again, that's my fault.
When I was half
It
awake,
really was.
I heard you girls plan your little secret meeting, so I decided to follow you.
Okay.
How very versatile.
As for this plot of this game,
I'm glad you're
what
here
did I think
anyway.
of it?
I like it best when all
It's
four
one-
of us
it's-
are together.
It's one of the weaker plots. Okay? It's not a good Neptunia plot. It has great moments in terms of the character interactions.
Get up, everyone!
However,
Goodness, you
in regards to actual,
my eyelids don't want to stay open.
story, this story's not going to hold anyone, okay?
Too
If you played the main series
sleepy.
Neptunia games, this story is going to be undercooked.
Uni.
It's fun for what it is. It's just a handheld
We're
adventure.
playing.
Okay, pick it up, play it for a little bit, put it down, then on like some car ride or a bus trip, pick
Get
it up,
the
play it for a
layout,
little bit,
girls!
put it down.
Our big
just put
sisters
it
ran
on the
away.
go, okay?
Huh?
This is not a game
Oh,
you
you're
want
right.
to marathon, okay? This is
never
a game
gets
that
up before
this is
me.
why I started playing
By at
Yu-Gi-Oh!
least 6 hours.
Like halfway through
Did they
recording
leave
this
us
game
behind?
and taking breaks from this as a whole.
Why?
Is because I was getting so damn
always
bored
do this when
towards
they
the middle.
think something's
But you know, I
scary or
took a break to
dangerous.
play some Yu-Gi-Oh!
So
I had some
lame.
fun with it.
We can handle
And boom.
ourselves just fine. They must
Suddenly-
have left recently, so
A lot of my complaints
on,
were gone because I
we can
realized it's
still
just
catch
pick and
up.
play, pick up and play kind
yes,
of game.
let's chase them down.
Not
and
a
not
one
stop until we
sitting
find
game
them.
or a marathon
Get
game. This
ready
is
already,
not the
Ron.
game of marathon. I'm just gonna say it right now.
Okay.
You could probably speedrun this game though. And probably really fun. And it probably wouldn't be that
They're
long
here,
considering you would
faster than I
understand how to use
thought.
medallions and all of that
I
good
guess
stuff.
this should show us how much stronger they've all become.
But not my case, okay? I really did try to do
Neptune, I
this
was looking all
relatively
over for you.
blind.
Please don't disappear like that. You know how worried I get. You're
I
being
think
cruel,
my
Noir.
microphone picked up some
How
weird
do you
audio, but
always
that's okay.
leave me behind? Aren't I strong enough for you yet? You're a meanie.
You know, I don't understand
Being left behind.
why the
sucks.
siblings are so
Jeez, I can't tell if you've matured or not. It's
Sad
not like we were
here.
trying to leave you behind
angry,
or
I get,
anything.
but sad?
We wouldn't refuse the help of
No.
our very capable, strong CPU candidates.
And why was Blonde so out of character in this game?
You little uns are
I don't know. I
super
don't
duper.
think Blonde was
Of course we want you
characterized
to join
correctly.
us. Then
We lost her
Why'd you leave us
smugness.
behind?
I mean, she had a little bit.
Our protective
little bit.
instincts as older sisters,
And I
maybe?
understand
Well, we
Blonde
must
is
have
not
let
the
our
focus of this
emotions
game, but
get
still.
the better of us. That doesn't make sense. No, I want to be with Blonde.
This was
You
fun to
too.
record, though. I don't
No
want
matter
anyone
how
to think I
mature you
didn't have fun
become,
with this. That's
I'm
a lie. I had
always
a
going to
lot
act
of fun
like
with
your
this game.
older sister.
I thought it was great.
We want you to rely on us more, and we want
Honestly, I
to protect
might
you
do
for as
Mega
long
Man
as we
next.
possibly can. Noir.
Although, the Pokemon Heart Gold
will
Soul
you let
Silver
us
thing,
come with you
that's
if we
gonna
promise to
drag.
rely on
That's
you?
gonna be the longest
You
Let's
got it,
Play in
Uni.
terms of
Don't fall
release
behind.
dates. Other Let's Plays, I was very consistent with them.
Let's stay
Not
together
Pokemon. I'm not gonna lie.
forever.
I like the Pokemon
I
games,
can't believe
but
you tricked
I
us.
treat the
I'm
Pokemon main
supposed to be the
series
handful, not
after
you,
Black and
Blonde.
White 2 as
Call it my turn to play a prank on you
pick
two
up,
then.
put down,
We're even
come
now,
back.
okay?
I don't want to marathon a
Now
Pokemon
loading.
game that isn't modern. Modern Pokemon games all marathon. Those were fun as hell.
Everyone is saying so many adorable
they can beat them in
familial
about a day,
things.
2 if
But
you
in
were a bit
layman's
slower.
terms, they all wish to act more like older
However,
sisters.
the older ones,
My,
you had
to
to
go
put
to
some
such lengths
time
to
and
prove
thought and
your
effort.
love for
Unless you're
one
speedrunning.
another.
If you're speedrunning, that's different.
Bert, you're over
Or
generalizing.
you're doing single runs,
that makes us
that's
sound
fine.
selfish.
But if you're doing, say,
Not
just
my intention, I
any
assure you. We
non-default
did end
run,
up troubling the younger
they're gonna
ones, but
any run that is
being able
not
to
designed
share
to
in
be
the
finished
feeling of
quickly,
wanting
you're
to
going to
protect
have
a
a
younger
tough time
sibling
with it.
was an enjoyable
The old ones.
experience for me.
Gen 1, not
Oh,
so much
I'm
because
so
Gen 1 has
glad I
been
found
played
you.
to death, has been
I almost
broken and
kicked myself for
analyzed
not
and
looking under the
everything
bed and
that you
behind
could
the
probably
TV.
do.
Why would I
So
be
in a sense,
those
it'd be like
places?
Mario
My
1
caretaker
for
of a sister?
Pokemon,
People will
in
think
that
I
it's the first
sleep in
attempt for
wacky
sure,
spots.
but it's been dissected,
In any case,
understood
sorry
to
for
death.
making you
People
worry
know
about
how to
me
play it,
again.
people know how to play it quickly, people
I don't
have
mind.
analyzed
As
it
long as you're
and
happy
know
and
all
healthy,
the tricks.
so am I.
But starting with Gen 2 and onwards,
Awesome.
unless you're
Now that we're
going
all
for
here,
a Lance
let's
only
pay a
run,
visit to that next-gen mecha
That's gonna
thingy
take forever to
or
beat.
whatever. What a stop!
oh, and also,
I can't hold back my tears
I don't even
after
know what
hearing
was
their
going on
confessions of
in this
sisterly
section
love.
here. Okay, I want to
Especially
understand this.
They really must
I
be great
I was making a
friends
lot
to
of
argue and
jokes
make up
about the
so
plot, but
readily.
this plot
Too bad this isn't
was
part of our article.
going nowhere for so
I'm
long.
happy to know that these are the
Okay.
girls guarding game industry from evil.
In fact, one of my favorite moments
won't
is
lose
the
to
post-credit
anything.
scene. Because
Once this
two
gets into
characters
the
that I think
channel,
would have really made this
I
game
think
a
our
lot
future looks
better
bright as long
finally
as
show
they're
up.
around.
And they're not
Come
in the
on,
main game,
we
and that's
can't
one of my
miss
big
a single moment
issues.
of their adventure if we want to call ourselves
Okay.
journalists.
Even if they weren't playable, just having them around makes Neptunia a lot more fun. Okay,
I can't ignore that.
okay.
Okay. What the goodness?
What's next?
Nice.
Oh, and I'm reading here.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't cut past that, but sure.
Yep.
We gotta save the game, make sure in case any crashes happen, we can keep going.
Yep.
And at this point, I said to myself, you know, every quest from here on out is gonna
Okay.
be kill everything, and
Yay.
that's gonna be
I'll kick the final
stale
battle's
after a
butt.
while. So let's see if I can beat the game.
Now
What I'm
load.
gonna show you is my first attempt at this boss,
Hey everyone, I'm gonna nip you.
and it was a fair first attempt. I didn't quite figure out how the boss worked until the third attempt, and I don't think I actually show you the third attempt at all. I know I show you the second attempt, which is just me dying.
It looks really tough.
Okay, I knew about the special move, but I thought I could do damage to him default. That was a big mistake. I want to understand, why was I not taking damage after that attack?
Break.
What caused me to not take damage?
Tick.
I have no idea.
Die. Oh, 32
But now I take
Mega
damage.
Blade.
Not really sure what happened there. Oh, right, I got a bunch of emails and phone calls, and I had to take care of that.
Not happening.
And here's the XE Drive attack. It's very cool, very cinematic. It looks pretty badass, but honestly, it was kind of empty in that instance. Look at how much damage this final boss does to you, the player. It's pretty damn powerful. And look at this, look at this. I spawn in, get left with that little sliver of health, and then I get one hit KO'd.
Sorry.
Okay,
I want to
that
go
really
home.
wasn't
I
the
don't
most
wanna
fair
lose.
battle. So then,
Hey,
next
everyone,
attempt,
I'm gonna
I figured,
nip
okay,
you.
maybe I just suck. Let's give it a good go. Or so I thought. But then, 3, 2,
The next dimension is
1,
ready for you.
A scary monster.
I do my attack and just die.
Cannot be.
Because I could not figure out how to avoid that to save my
Darn
life.
it.
That attack
Just
was
you
really weird.
wait.
I'm pretty sure you could avoid it, I just didn't figure it out.
Uh-huh.
And then I got frustrated, and see, I didn't show the third. I got really frustrated the third attempt and just said, "How do I do this?" And then I started reading what the medallions did. And while you can't hear my thoughts, I was very frustrated. I wasn't angry per se. I was more disappointed in myself.
Hell yeah. Right.
So I started equipping all of them.
Yes.
You're not gonna see me equip every single one of them because it'll take way too long. You're just gonna see me cut to when all of them are equipped. And then we go back and you see my stats have suddenly increased to tremendous proportions. Hitherto never before seen in this series of YouTube Let's Play videos.
Now loading.
So I try again. Try again.
I gotta look cool sometimes.
And I realized
Here I go.
this was a joke. Okay, had I been using the damn powered-up system, this entire game would have been a joke. Which kind of makes me glad I didn't do it for some extent, because I really was thinking, okay, this is the end of the game. Quests are gonna get super duper hard.
I'm cheering you on.
It's gonna be
What's
epic.
happening?
But no. It turns out I was just being bad at the game. Because suddenly, now that I have access to all of this new, cool, and improved combat mechanics, and characters and stats, watch how quickly this enemy falls.
Behold, a CPU.
First I'm going to do the whole EXE thing.
Processor unit installed. Now
Let's go! Let's count the damage.
I'm going all out.
Look at the left. One hit did over 1 million.
You're getting
And then each of these individual hits just do damage after damage after damage. Some of these getting into the 10,000 marks. And I'm barely taking damage from this thing anymore. Okay, I'm getting hit by it, definitely, but it's just not one hit or 2 hit KOing me. Because of these stat boosts that help out. And I decided to give Rum the final hit. Please note that wasn't really edited down. The only thing I edited out were the quotes. Everything else was the full fight in its entirety. Once again, over 1 million damage in terms of hits. And that should be the end of the fight. Look at how easy that was.
Gosh.
And then here we get Next Gen Mech's motivation, which is, peace is boring, let's go fight each other. I really wish I could have fought you longer. Too bad, I'm dying now. That was the big reveal of Next Gen Mech's motivation. I was theorizing when I was playing this, who is this person? Why are they doing what they are? I honestly thought they were going to be a reference to the PS4 and Xbox One and the Wii U. But I got that one wrong.
Level up.
And that's about it for that.
In this day and age,
And
most
then
games
Neptune
have a
talks
final
about the
boss you
nostalgia
can't lose
of
against. So
old
this
bosses being
formula
super
was
duper hard rather
nostalgic
than
fun.
impossible to lose against.
But too bad for you, Next Gen
And then I start questioning why the other characters
no
are talking, given that they weren't actually there.
What a pain.
Okay?
Fighting an enemy with no
They
true motive is
really
more annoying than
weren't
anything.
there.
True, but one could also interpret that to mean she harbors no evil intentions.
Okay.
Sorry. I'll fix up your frame.
And
after
Netgear,
that, we can all
for
play together
some
again.
inexplainable reason, wants to revive the
dangers
damn
you
thing.
created aside, you did make
Okay.
me stronger. So,
It's fine.
I guess I can thank you for that.
As a whole, it's fine.
If you're bad, Blonde will spank you. I will too.
I said
so-
something really bad here, so I'm
Don't
kind
be
of glad
bad.
my audio cut out here as well.
Wait, she just wanted to play?
I see, even Ram is
said
thinking
so,
like,
we
she
wouldn't have
just
done all
wanted to
this
play the
stuff.
game, she didn't
Oh,
actually
well.
want to do anything else. This is
Don't worry.
stupid.
As a witness to your end, you will live
And then
on
I start
inside
talking
me,
about
to be chronicled in one of
The
my
ethics
articles.
of journalism and some of the regulations of journalism,
Peace
but
is boring,
in all
huh?
honesty, that was
Maybe
just
if you took the time to
not
sightsee,
the most-
you'd have found more stuff to do.
not the most
Now
insanely fun section.
We did it, Neptune! We have a
Then they
special
read the
edition
article, which the
dedicated
article-
just to us.
I kind of wish there was in the options
get
menu you could
this.
actually read it yourself.
sent us
That
a
seemed like
copy
it would have
for
been really
free.
cool to actually sit down and read. The description of it is fine.
Some kinda kindness. I've been waiting
But
for
honestly,
this
it's
thing
fine.
to arrive.
Again, this story
hang
is
on.
fine. The gameplay to me is
Dendekigo
what matters, and the
Furniture said
gameplay is
they
also
both write an article, but my
okay.
eyes only spy this
Is it
one.
great?
Hold it.
No,
I
no,
deduce
it's not
that
great.
one of them
For
missed
Goddesses
their
Online is the
deadline.
better
I gotta know
gameplay.
who, but first,
But this
let's
is
get
a
reading.
really good start to the Action Unleashed
Indeed,
formula
let us.
for
But we
Neptunia.
must first find a picture
Which
of
is
my
pretty
sweet
much just
Nepgear and me
the-
posing together.
Dynasty Warrior formula.
You always seem to do
Not
this.
the worst formula,
I even kept my senses heightened
Dynasty
so you
Warriors
wouldn't
is
surprise
fun.
me again.
Oh,
but
I have been here since
Damn,
sunrise
is it
in order to best mask my
repetitive.
presence.
Also, here I start making a
Since you were both pleasantly
little
sleeping
instance
this
of
morning, I kept myself
some
occupied
not
with your
so
games.
meta commentary, but rather I just start
Right.
mentioning the
You
idea of
broke into
if
our
one of
home
the
and played our games.
rival countries
I
can
say
break
the
into
real
the
crime
main
is that you didn't
quarters
wake
of
me
the
up to
goddess
play.
and her
Oh? Who
candidate,
is it again that keeps falling asleep
then
mid-game?
Planetoon needs to
Don't
step up their
worry,
security.
I
Okay,
am capable
Neptunia
of
1
entertaining
showed that she
myself.
has some security.
God,
And I'm pretty
you
sure
got
this
me
takes
there.
place in the
I
Rebirth
have
1
my
continuity.
mission to fend off all the pudding
And
monsters
while it's not
from
one to
eating our
one, the
dreams.
security in Rebirth 1 was similar
Oh,
to the one in
goodness.
the original Neptunia
So we were
game.
able to sleep
Although the
safely all
damn
because of your
script
efforts,
certainly
Neptune?
changed the hell out of it.
Wow. Don't
Which
believe
means that
your
this
idiot
Nepgear
of
and
a
this Union are
sister.
really young as
Sorry for
opposed
the
to,
wait.
and
I
these
guess Blonde hasn't
Neptunian
arrived
are
yet,
really
huh?
old, as opposed to say the modern
I'm here
version
too.
where they're not that
Laura and I
drastically
came as
different in
soon as
age,
we
but
could.
they're nowhere near
Welcome.
as young
We
as
have
they are
been
in the
anxiously
main
awaiting
series,
your
and they're
arrival.
and for the candidates and the goddesses
Seeing
themselves are
you
nowhere
here,
near as
even though we
old
came pretty darn
as they
early,
are in
makes
the
me
original
feel
series
like
of
I
the Rebirth 1
lost some
continuity,
sort of contest.
which is fine.
In that case, I should be more upset about arriving so late. I kept you waiting again.
Did Blonde really
Sorry.
arrive last? Yes,
I
she
actually
did.
thought we would get here too early.
Sorry, I had to finish
Also,
watching
Ramen
my
Ram,
morning
this was
stories.
a very funny line between them. Blonde the
Blonde,
Berserker.
Blonde the Berserker.
I don't know, I found that really funny as
If we
well.
don't hear the theme song to
But that's
Blonde the
pretty much
Berserker
my
in the morning,
end-all
the rest
commentary
of
on
the day
this
totally
game.
stinks.
I had a really good time. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna
That
show
is
this cutscene off because
absolutely
I gotta shut it off.
adorable. Neither
And then
of you need
afterwards,
to
we
worry
got the
about
post-game
coming late
content.
after sharing
We're not
that
doing Neptune
story.
Tower. Okay? I've
Everyone
already
just
said it.
arrived,
I'm not doing
so
Neptune Tower.
please, Allow
can't
me
convince
to brew
me to
up
do
some
Neptune
tea
Tower.
that I happen to bring along.
The post-game content
Norbert,
was
as the host, that
fun,
should be my job. You should relax here with
but
our
I'm
other
not
guests.
commentating over that. As
Can
for
we
the
not brew the
gauntlet,
tea
I'm not
together?
doing an
I
all-pro
will
run.
show you, holding
I
your
am not
hand
good
in
enough to
mine,
do a pro run
how
of the
to
gauntlet.
make a
That
delectable
gauntlet was
brew.
tough as nails. Okay?
I have to admit, your tea really is
Literally,
the most delicious
no, not
in
even
the world.
tough as nails. That's
I'd be
tougher
honored
than
to
a
learn
nuclear
from you.
bunker. That gauntlet is bonkers. Okay, you get one shot or two shot depending on which character it is. You can't stun the enemies on pro, to my knowledge, but they can stun you.
And take over
And you
Planetoon
have
and
no
my
guard
Nep
function.
Jr. I
And it's worse when they have ranged characters. So Ram is just absurdly
Okay,
hard, and so
enough
is
of that.
Ram.
Anyone read the actual article?
Not yet. After the debacle we went through last time, we decided to go at your
But I did like that
sloppy
this
pace.
this game challenged the hell out of
What
me.
Noir said. I haven't read it either.
Okay. It really
I
challenged the
thought it
hell
would
out
be
of me,
best
and
if
I
we all
liked
read
it.
it together.
So I'm going at
But
Planetoon's
at the
lazy
same
pace.
time, it was not a case of this game did not prepare you for the
I have to keep
challenge.
my hands over my eyes.
If
to
this
stop
game
bleeding
from the
it on our way
get-go
over
was
here.
tough as nails, then I would have enjoyed
Now
it more.
that's what I call
But because
teamwork.
it's such a
Good thing I
difficulty
didn't read
spike
it, or else
from
I'd
the
be
base
kicked
game.
around and called names.
It's not as
He's
notable.
ready, everyone.
See, let's look at a game
Yes.
that I also play, Sonic
Tea that
Spinball, right?
Nepgear and myself prepared
The first
together
stages in
with
Spinball are
love.
fine, but Showdown is just absurdly
Let's
hard in
drink
every
up
way.
and read about
Okay,
how
it's not
amazing
fair
we all are.
to expect the players to get that far. But if every stage was as hard as Showdown, that would be different. There's a reason I like Lost Levels or Mega
As a
Man 1,
game
but
industry
wouldn't play through
journalist,
Sonic
it felt
Spinball
awkward
just
to
to get to
cooperate
Showdown.
with my rival in order to write
Because
an
Mega
article.
Man 1 and Mario
Agreed.
2
After
super
all,
players
an article's merit is
were
judged
consistently
based on
hard
the
as
voice
hell.
of the person
And
who
you
writes
came
it.
in knowing that they were hard as hell.
Mixing two articles,
And
two
even if you
voices
didn't,
into one article is tough.
you
It's not
learned
cruel
quickly
to the
how
two
hard the game
journalists
was.
involved. Yeah,
But here,
I
no.
only agreed to
It's
it
just-
because it was an order from
It's
the higher
fairly
ups.
simple gameplay. Anyone can pick up this
I
game and
wanted
have
us
a
to
good time
come
with
up
it.
with
That much
unique
I'll say
ways
for
to
sure.
approach the same events that were happening in game industry.
But the post game was
But after
tough.
hearing
It
that
was
your
insane.
approach was shockingly similar to my own, we interviewed all the same people. So
And
it's
then they're
not
talking
surprising
about
that we came up with
Magazine
pretty
Corporation.
similar
Yeah, I
ideas.
really thought the Magazine Corporation was going to
Fine,
feature
let
more
the article
prominently in the
serve as a
story. I mean,
flex
I saw the
piece
cutscenes,
to
but I
increase
barely
the
remember
appeal
them
of the
because they were a long time
CPUs,
ago.
isn't it?
For game industry as a whole, too. I guess that's okay. But what about that little prank we pulled?
Okay.
The free
Tough as
copy
nails.
thing? It's no prank. It's called marketing. I doubt there will be
Oh,
any backlash
marketing!
for
That thing that Sonic Frontiers for
With all
some
we
reason
went
is
through,
terrible
I
at
guess
doing.
handing out some free copies isn't too much to ask.
I know that came out of nowhere for
Want to
anyone
pay
who's
the
just listening to
CPUs
the
a
commentary,
visit?
but if you're watching the
I guess they're
video,
surprised at how
I
the
swear
article
that
turned out.
made sense tonally.
Yeah, let's go.
What the goodness?
It's introducing
And now
me as the team
Neptunia is
leader.
being introduced as a
Why
leader.
would
I
they do
mean,
that?
she was technically
All the
called
arguments
the
us
leader in
CPUs
the
had
beginning
about
of the
being
game,
a
so I'm
leader
not
and
against
the
it.
role went to a newbie?
Perfectly fair.
This doesn't
See,
bode
newbie.
well.
Okay, this isn't
Please
Nepgear
don't
from the main
tease me,
series. This is
Neptune.
from the Rebirth
I'm
1 continuity.
serious.
So this
Why did they
Nepgear
do this?
likely isn't even a year
I'm
old.
not teasing you. You've got
Yep,
the genes
not even
to
a year old. That's
lead.
my guess.
You're the leader of legendary leaders.
No way! If anyone here is going to be a legendary leader of
Yeah,
leaders,
Nepgear's probably
that would
really
be
young.
you, Neptune.
But I can't
Although I can't
stop
exactly
you
say
when
for
you
certain
go
how
bonkers
much
over
longer
a
it
robot
was
or whatever.
since
Please,
Rebirth 1 of this game
accept the
takes
title
place.
of leader.
And even then, that's not even
I
confirmed. That's
don't
just
wanna.
pretty much an idea.
Noir and I have a huge
simple
feature
idea.
with a 2-page picture spread. But we're on different pages. That's a good thing. It means your achievements are plentiful enough to give you your very own
Once one of these
page.
goddesses characters are just talking
I'm
about their
happy for
articles,
the coverage.
but
But I really wish
the fact
there
that we
was a
never get to
picture of
read
you and me
it is one of
together.
my biggest disappointments in this game.
Don't be so clingy.
You know,
Think
I
of it as
understand that
something
it's
to aim
mostly
for
for
in
the
the next
plot,
article.
what little there
Like,
is in this
we'll
game.
aim to have an entire magazine dedicated just
I really
to
do
us.
wish I could have
And
read this
Noir on
story. It would have been
Uni
great.
Tell-All.
It's fine.
Wait, Noir, I don't think that means what you think it means. We're sisters.
Crap! I missed
Oh,
both.
and
I
Noir
missed
said something
and.
funny
I really did.
because
It was just an honest
the writing
mistake.
is funny.
Noir,
I don't know.
why are you so upset?
You pointed it out and don't know? Oh, whatever.
And
Drop
now
it.
we have
You're mature
all
in one way,
these-
but not in another.
These little character. You see, these character interactions were good. Okay, I
You
actually
haven't
like
matured in
the
all the right
characters
ways
interacting.
either. So there.
But in the case of it's just the interactions. I mean, don't get me wrong, a character-driven narrative is fine.
In an article together.
But one of the things that I liked about the original
Look it,
Neptunia
the three
and
cute
V2
sisters.
were how they used
I
their
liked it when
environment. It was
Blonde made
not
up her
just the
super
character-written
cute
narrative.
personality.
It was a
But
setting-driven
won't it be
narrative.
tough to act like that if you get
Okay?
really popular
Very
for it?
setting-driven.
You don't find that type of personality to be weird?
I like cutesy blonde. yeah, nothing
This really
weird about
was
it. It fits
one
you
of the better
so well,
episodes to
blonde.
record. Just it was absurdly
Yet
long.
another piece of
I'm just
history
glad
that
it
will get
didn't turn
locked
out
away
being
in
the
the annals of
3-hour
Louise's
slugfest that it
ancient
was gonna be.
library. What a waste. I found you to be rather adorable
Maybe if I ever
with
do
that
another
persona.
Neptunia game, I'll do
Isn't that
post-commentary
right,
because
Blunny
trying to do this
Blunny?
outside of
Bert,
post-commentary
you have no place in
really
this
did lead
conversation.
to some issues with the
But
recording.
everyone else has a little sister or two to
Super
chat
Neptunia
with.
versus Sacred Heart Girls
Surely you can let lonely old Vert chime in.
was the worst case of it in the
Now
first 7
then,
parts
Blunny
where I
Blunny
would
bee,
talk
shall we
throughout
read the article
sections that
together?
I knew were going to be cut out,
Yeah, come on, read
which
it to
led
us.
to
Blunny, blunny bee.
some really incoherent ramblings in the first 7 parts, and while I haven't been against that, it was kind of fun too. But going back and watching those, yikes, that made me question, like, how could I improve this in later parts?
Damn it.
I really
Don't
do know
push
that
your
I was
freaking
being really
luck.
quiet for
I'll
this Let's
crack your
Play.
skulls together so
Okay,
hard
I'm
that
not
you'll forget
the
all
very
about
loud,
that idiotic
up and
persona
at 'em.
forever.
You know, the what's up,
Come on,
everybody?
let's do the
It's your
final
man. Blah 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 blah. No, I'm not that
Uh-oh.
that
it's the
hyperactive
Blunny
YouTube
Bee
content
monster.
creator.
Run, run,
No, I'm just some guy who wants to talk while playing a game because I think it's
This
fun.
only gives me more
Okay.
fodder to make fun of.
I believe I will be kept entertained for
Because the
quite
kind
a
of content I
while.
grew up watching, okay? Part of the reason why my style is the way it is because it's similar to what I liked watching as a kid. That is partially
the
why I do this, okay?
CPUs
Part
are
of the reason
here.
why I upload so far in advance isn't just 'cause I
Thanks
don't
for
have
reading
time,
our
but that is
article.
a big reason. But also so I can watch them
No
later and see
problem. I
where I
sure
was
love
in the
to
moment.
see all
Because I
these
realized that
pictures
I
of me.
learned quite a bit, or I
I'm glad I
remember
was
things that I
featured
was
next to my
saying
sister. But
from
please don't write
re-listening
that
to
I'm
me
their
about
leader
that.
next time.
from re-listening to myself
We
regarding
wanted you to
anything I
act
was
as the
saying.
glue that kept everyone together, sort of like with our first piece.
It highlights,
Highlights
everything
everything
we've done in a positive way, so I have nothing to complain about.
If there's a
Noir,
next time,
spoken like a true
can you put a
propagandist, you
picture
know.
of me and my
I
sister
really
on
did
the
like
same
the running
page?
joke I had with the propaganda
You all did
and
such
fake
great
news
work
and
as
all that
individuals
joke.
this
Because
time, so
this
we kept
game really,
everyone separate.
when you look at it from a modern lens, it really did age to have that sort of content.
I will say
jokes
this.
based around it.
I'm
And it was fun.
abandoning my
It was very,
Blondie
very fun
Blondie
to
B
play it.
persona. Don't ever mention it again.
What a
The
waste.
Blondie B
Everyone
persona.
loved it. You're known to have a few
Do they ever bring that
personality
back?
quirks, so we'll feature the
I
next
honestly
one.
don't remember. So Dengekiko and Famitsu, which one I like more? Playing as the character
I'm
Dengekiko,
gonna try to
actually
be like the evil
listening to the
demon
character
version
Famitsu
of
was more
Blonde.
fun to
I'ma
be
beat you up
following.
to Bretts.
Oh,
I
Demon
wanna
Blonde.
try that one too.
Stop. I have no intention of letting you two turn into the type of person I am.
Good job, Blonde. At least Blonde knows she's not a good person in
I enjoyed
this
all of
instance.
it. Next time,
That is
could
the
you
case,
introduce
though.
me as the older sister to all of the CPU
Blonde-
candidates?
I don't even
But
think she
that's
got
a
angry in this
fraudulent
game. That was one of her big
As an
things that she
unbiased
got really
journalist,
pissed off.
I can't lie to my readers like that.
Also, here we have
What a
Dengekiko
pity.
and Famitsu
But if
coming
you
up
could cut
with
some
the
sort of
greatest
deal
things.
where
Like, I
you do
will
a
lie to
sexy
you
fold-out poster
in term
shoot,
for journalism.
Maybe.
As long as we can use
better
you
get
in
my
some
boss's approval
really
first,
attractive
though.
photo posters,
What are
whatever,
you
because
mumbling,
or
Dengekiko?
calendars, because they make bank.
Never mind.
Okay,
I have a
and it's
question
true.
that I
Okay,
think
you
everyone
can
wants
buy
to
the
ask.
media. Okay, these are the
Why are the
world
middle pages
leaders in
printed
the
upside
Neptunia
down?
continuity. They could probably buy the whole media.
I was curious about
My
that
question is,
too.
why does the
It's
magazine
like the articles
people
were split into sections
have
for the
so
two of
much
you.
power
Reading
that they
one
can
way gave Dengeki
make their own country
and
to
the
that
other way
point?
gave us Famitsu's version of the same thing.
and no one stopped it?
Since
Okay, why
we're
has no one stopped
rivals,
it?
We had some tidbits we couldn't agree
I mean,
on
other
in each of the
characters
articles.
have proven, or other groups
So
in the series
instead
have
of
proven they
merging
can make
them
their own
into
countries
one,
if they actually
we thought
decide to
it'd be
do it.
fun to have two articles about
The
the
seven
same
sages
subject.
from Victory could
Merging
easily
them
make
would
their
have
own
sacrificed
country
our unique
with
voices
Pishi
as
as the goddess.
journalists, too.
Puppet goddess, though.
This shows
But it
that
would
there
work
were two separate journalists
If
who
they
both
weren't
helped
being
to support
assholes
the
and
CPUs.
trying to get at the CPUs at the same time,
Our
just trying to make their
solution
country.
is
They could
as
totally
you
done that. It
see
would have
it.
been profitable.
We wanted to introduce every one of you in our own unique way.
But that's
Then
it
I
for
suppose
them.
we should thank you both
in
for
that
putting
continuity.
so much care and consideration into your articles.
You
Still, really
bet.
thinking about it,
Thanks for the
Famitsu and
nifty
Dengekiko are
write-up,
just regular
Dengekiko
humans
and
in the context of
Famitsu.
this story.
Thanks for
The
all
fact that
of
they
the
didn't
things.
die
I don't
is
understand
very
that last
impressive.
bit. Do you,
I understand that
Famitsu?
Famitsu is a super fighting journalist.
I've been
But what's
reporting for years,
Dengekiko about?
but this girl makes no sense to me.
I don't know, a bear?
Nah.
Fine.
But hey, this
Yeah, I've
is
seen
just
the
one
Revenant.
approach.
I know what a bear
We've
can
got a
do.
lot more articles to write.
That was a
so
cool
we're
scene.
back to square one. Let's start discussing what our next article will cover.
And Neptune says,
Sure,
like, I'm gonna
it sounds
outlaw
like you
articles because they
CPUs
make
think
me
we're all
do
done
work.
here, but
And
there are
the
more
propaganda,
articles left to
well, not
write.
because of propaganda, because
We've done
she
our
has to
homework,
do things
so
to make
get
them-
ready for
make
some
her
more
look
neat
good.
quests.
Otherwise, it doesn't
Blah.
work. Yep, I'm outlining
I'm
articles.
outlining those
'cause
things,
she saved
especially after
everything.
all we did to save game industry and whatnot.
Did they really save game?
You wrote up
Was
a
game
real
industry ever
winner
in
already.
peril in this
So
game?
Let me get in a few hundred hours
Wasn't
of
it the whole
power
thing
napping.
that someone was just making these requests for the sake of making them?
Okie dokie, is everyone ready?
Oh, and then finally, the two
two,
best characters show
one.
up.
Action!
Kanfa and IF.
What's up, everyone?
IF I have been
How've you
missing a
been?
little less because I
It's
did this
time
right
for
after Sega
Compass
Hard Girls.
Corner.
But Kampa,
Gather
I
round
missed
and
this
put your
character
shoes
for so long. I was
down.
thinking to myself,
Your MC
Did I really
for
go
this
that
event is
long
the
without seeing
wind that
Kampa
blows
in the
through
Neptunia
game
game? That's
industry.
insane.
Yours truly, me, IF. And her lovely
I really do wish these
assistant
two
is
were
the
playable.
nurse
It would've
that
been-
nurses
made
through
this
game
game
industry.
way
Yours
better.
truly, me, Kappa.
it's just because they're there, okay?
First
They've been,
order of business. Give
people,
yourself a pat
especially
on the back
Neptunia,
for
the
clearing the
people who made
game's
Neptunia,
main
they've
scenario.
been forgetting that the main characters of the
Yay,
first
you!
game, and Rebirth 1,
That was
were not
pretty
the four
cool to
goddesses,
see.
okay? The
You
four goddesses,
clobbering
one of them was
next-gen
relevant,
mech
but
like
the
that?
other three were
You're pretty strong now, huh?
pretty much just
But you
antagonist
probably
characters.
thought to yourself, I
Okay?
finished already?
They weren't
You
evil.
haven't.
They just
Allow
didn't
me
really
to welcome
align
you
with any
to
of the main
hell.
characters in the moment up until the end.
Oh, Iffy, I don't want to go to hell.
The main characters were
Scaring
IF,
me.
Kampa,
Why
and
would you
Neptune.
say something so evil sounding?
Although
Because
one
the
thing I
battles
would
up to
like to
this
see
point have been nothing more
is
than
a
a warm-up
complete
exercise for the
HD
post-game content. What
collection
you've gone through so far is akin to
of the
pouring
original
syrup
games. I
all
know
over
why they
Papa's
will never do
delicious
that because of
pancakes.
their relationship with
Ooh, I love
Gust,
making pancakes.
NIS America,
Wait, are you saying my pancakes can send people
and-
to hell?
and
Nah.
Red,
See, the game's been a two-girl team up till now.
and all the
If
other
one
characters
fell,
that they
the
just
other
can't
would
use
pop in
anymore,
and take over.
which is fine.
Those days are gone. Now each girl
Actually, I
will
think they
fight
can still use
alone
Red,
and
but they
exhibit her
can't use.
true
They
power
can still
without
use Red,
that
I believe.
crutch.
They just can't use, say,
And I've prepared
Lisa
the
and Gust,
perfect
and that's the
stage
issue.
for it. Behold, the game industry.
Oh, here's the game
gauntlet.
industry gauntlet they're talking about. This thing
The
was
rules are
hard.
simple.
Okay?
All fights are
I spent about
one-on-one
2
affairs.
hours,
No
2
rules,
hours trying
no
to record footage of me winning.
No holds barred.
I couldn't do it.
But if you lose,
I
you've
could
gotta
not do it.
start
This
from
was
the
insane.
very beginning.
Okay, it was
Show that you have the
super
resolve
hard,
to survive whatever
super
game
fun
industry
though.
can
I
throw at you.
couldn't win.
Beat
Yeah,
up
I said,
your friends.
you know what? I'm not good enough.
Beat up your friends.
I don't
That
have
sounds kinda
the
mean.
time for this.
Well, game
Not
industry is
happening.
a cruel world. One move can decide your fate.
So IF
stay in
currently
top
is
form
speaking
at all
like
times.
a no game no life character
Alternatively,
in regards to
I've
how
prepared
this
a
board
slew
works,
of
but
quests for you to master.
here
if
she's
you
talking
wanna
about
train
conquest
yourself.
and combat and all that other
Grind your
good
levels
stuff.
and spend some more time with
It's
your
good,
best
okay, I
friend.
like it.
It's up to you.
But all the Mr. Monsters in the quests are scary. How is that different from
Instead
the
of
tournament?
fighting the monsters in the tournament, we
Please
fight
be
the
more
other goddess
kinder, Iffy.
characters.
Do you have to make
Hell
game
yeah.
industry seem like such a cold, unforgiving place? Viewers at home, please understand that Iffy loves this kind of stuff. Oh, I just had a super idea!
What is that super idea, compa?
Why don't we just call Iffy the mega champion of the world and wrap this post-game stuff up?
Yeah.
That way,
You know,
because
IF,
Iffy is
oddly
the
enough,
best,
if we go
we
back
can
and play
relax
Neptunia
and
1,
protect Nep-Nep.
her speed stat was unbalanced, okay?
Kampa, stop
If you
trying to
were
ruin my fun.
really good at the game, you can
can't
make
change
IF
the
so
game's
fast that
content
she will
now.
never be hit by
It's
enemies.
too late. We need this in order
But
to
that-
keep the
that
CPUs
required
ready
mastering
to
the mechanics,
protect
and the
game
majority of
industry for
players
when the
never
next
did that.
evildoer strikes.
Until post-game.
Oh, we do? Well, okay, Iffy. If you say
No,
so,
but being
then I
honest
guess
for a
we
second
need
though,
to do this.
think about it. Imagine using Kampa's
Whoopsies.
syringe.
I almost forgot to
Now
mention
let's make
that
Kampa
Iffy
one of the
and I will
slower
be
characters who
emceeing
just
the
does
game
insane
industry
damage. Just
gauntlet.
give her passive heal.
Come on down and have
That
some
would have been
fun.
awesome. And make
This
IF like a
concludes
super
our
fast
introductory
character.
message for the game
And you could have
industry
given her a special
gauntlet.
thing that she causes bleed in enemies,
my
where
grandpa
in
always
every
said,
turn they'll just
"See
take
you
every
there
few
or
seconds
see
to
you
take passive
square."
damage.
Bye-bye.
So that would work. And now you're going to see me
Who's the
in the game
strongest
industry
girl?
gauntlet getting absolutely
Now
murked.
loading.
Ooh boy, this was insane. Put on. Random. I decided to use Neptune for this because I figured I'm gonna use the main character. Okay, there it is. Let's go for it. Ready to go.
All right.
I wonder if
let's
you could
move
play
on to
multiplayer
the
with this.
next
This would have been
match.
awesome to
Come
do
on,
like
come
handheld
on,
with a bunch of
hurry.
friends. This would have been epic. Or multiplayer online. This would have been really cool.
All right.
I
let's
don't know.
move
I
on to
think
the
it would have
next
been-
match.
Come on, hurry.
Yokai to Budokai.
Let's have fun.
And here you're gonna realize why I think this is tough as nails, okay? This makes the Mike Tyson fight in Punch-Out look easy. I would know, because I actually beat the Mike Tyson fight in the Punch-Out NES game, but I could not beat this. This required reflexes that I do not have. Watch this. Look at this crap.
Whoa!
Half HP gone from a range attack that I could not avoid.
Take this.
Use the special hit. We get the close breaking, it's fine. Special hit, bam. Doesn't even do half.
My
And it also gets rid of HD. In the second, she just uses it to swing at me, and that's instant game over.
I hope she didn't throw
That was bonkers, okay? That was insane.
Don't be mean. She did her very, very best.
Straight up not fair design, but you know what? It's fine. There probably is a way to win it, but I could not find a single winning run of this tournament on YouTube in the pro mode. I could only find Wimpy
Now
mode runs.
Dude, I
The
lost.
pro run, I have
No
not found one.
way.
If this is
I knew
beatable,
I should
I'll
have
be
done
damned.
more
Okay,
of
this
the
was
dodging
hard, okay?
stuff and give you a nice
I'm not going to show you
tackling
every
when
attempt. I'm
you
just going to show
least
you the
expect it.
attempt I did This is the only attempt I did on Pro Mode.
Get you this
So I
time.
couldn't do it.
Now
There's like a
loading.
bunch of hours of recording of me on Pro Mode just dying in the first round. And there's one round on Decent Mode where I get to the final round but lose. So I did Wimpy Mode just to give it a good check to see what it's really like. When I'm actually good at it.
Time.
Let's have fun.
Have fun, they say. Neptune Vasa Subvert.
Now
Attack
loading.
me, baby.
Both have high stats.
Game Indorestri Gantoret. Okay, when on Wimpy Mode, you one-shot all the enemies.
Gaming session.
I'm the
Okay, that's pathetic.
Now that was a great fight.
Great fight, liar.
That match was
A
great.
great fight would be someone actually winning at the Pro Mode. I still haven't found one, a run of the Pro Mode. With any character.
Time's right.
So one advantage I realized is that you could play with the goddess characters or with
let's
the
have fun.
or with their HD counterparts. An advantage to doing so
Now
has
loading.
different. So if you're using their human counterparts, you get 2 health bars. As long as neither hits 0, you stay in the fight.
Say no, don't.
You can transform when you're in the low bar
Now that was a
to go back to full temporarily, and that'd be really good for you.
That match was
Problem is, you start off really weak in the fight, so it's a double-edged sword. If you want to start strong but only have 1 health bar, pick a goddess version.
Let's
A
have
hard drive
fun.
divinity version of the goddess. If you want to have a really slow victory but have better health, pick
Now
a
loading.
base form of the goddess
hard to
characters.
say who's gonna win, huh, Kappa?
I do like IF and Compass commentary in the back because it really adds some form of character to the fight.
Guard down.
And see, even on Wimpy, you don't get 1-hit KO. I survived that hit.
Power beyond compare. Just a little more to go now.
Yeah, just a little more. Because I'm only here to get the cutscene for the Neptune Tower. And then I'll show you one more attempt at me trying to win this on Decent
You
Mode.
aren't gonna beat
Failing
me.
horribly and having a great time. Because make no mistake, I was getting my ass kicked in this
Now
mode,
loading.
but I never stopped having fun throughout it.
This is
Okay?
a great
Beginning to end, I thought this was fun.
for the win.
Very fun. And that's the victory there.
I did it.
Winner indeed. A winner is me. Good. Blackheart defeated. We are now the winner.
Of course, the
which is what it looks
protagonist
like when
is
you
your
actually
boss.
win.
We're getting a rare.
Good. First
think that's
taste.
such a yep. Excited. Yeah.
Now try to actually beat this gauntlet on Pro Mode. I don't think you can.
Now
I mean,
loading.
it was probably tested,
Okie
but
dokie.
only with
Is
players
everyone
who
ready?
had mastered the mechanics of the game.
What's up,
Or I
everyone?
found some crazy
How've you
exploit.
been?
Also,
It's time
Pirachu,
for
now called
Papa's
Warachu
Corner.
because
Gather
copyright
around,
sucks
you
in the US,
boo-choo.
is here.
I'm the 3rd most popular rodent mascot in all the
Third most
land.
popular, of course, because
Warachu.
Pikachu and Mickey Mouse exist.
Sorry, but why are you here, Mr.
That's a really
Mouse?
steep drop, though. Pikachu and Mickey Mouse are
Where
way
are my
more
sweet angel
recognizable
Papa can
than
be
this
found?
guy.
Warachu
But if he's
won't
supposed to be
be
the
far
third most
behind.
popular, that's the
Mr.
huge
Mouse,
drop. That means the
I
first and
have
second
to
place
put
are
my
just
foot down and ask
Mount
you to
Everest,
please
and
not
this
say
guy
my neat
is
intro
a hiking
lines.
trail somewhere in
As
California
this
or something.
franchise's primary assistant, I can't let you steal them from me.
For once, we actually get to see Compa being
I'm
mad.
so
And one thing I
sorry,
like
my
about
darling
this
Compa.
cutscene is
I
that we
did it
actually
on a
get
whim,
reference
but
to
I won't
Compa's
ever do it again.
grandfather,
I
which further
promise you
cements my
that.
theory that this takes place
Okay,
in the Rebirth
I
1
accept
timeline.
your apology. I trust your word,
Because
Mr.
I don't
Mouse.
think Compa's grandfather is ever brought up
Oh,
outside
thank
of Rebirth,
goodness.
out of the first
You
game.
truly are my guardian
And maybe
angel.
Mark too.
That's the end of that scene.
I know
Okay, Warachu.
her grandfather
Exit
is not
stage,
brought up starting in victory.
whatever.
That much I know for a
Jerk.
fact.
Shoot. Didn't you hear the sweet and caring exchange Compa and I just had?
Yeah, Kappa and I are perfectly capable
Sorry, I
of
had an
doing this
email
on
that I
our
had to
own.
answer. Okay, back to this video.
You clearly don't understand love. And you need a cute mascot like
To
me
make this
to make
corner
this
thing
corner
a
thing
success.
If we had to punch someone, it'd be the one with the least amount of character. That's you.
Hold on, IF definitely has character,
The
okay?
world only needs its
IF
Mercy
is
Mercy Compa,
The damn
and
straight
the
man
third
who
most
happens to be a
popular
nerd.
rodent mascot, me.
Okay?
The hell?
Pikachu,
That's some big talk from a
he's still
small
using the
rat.
damn ASIC
Want me
logo.
to skin you and
Why
make you into
aren't
a
they after
stuffed
him?
Rat puppet?
Now, if they explain that it was
Holy
branded
cow.
onto him by the bad guys
Crazy
and he
girl.
can never take
A
it off,
mascot that can't
that's
talk
different.
lacks the flair required for this cool corner. If
But-
this keeps up, my number 3 spot is in peril.
in other
I'll
constants,
do anything.
not
so
gonna
please
be
let
it.
me hang out Aww, I feel bad for Mr. Mouse. Come on, Iffy. Doesn't he look kinda cute? Can't he stay for just a bit? He did apologize, so why not?
Compa, your heart is way too big. If you let him
And
get
then
away
here
with
we
that,
have
things are only gonna
IF
get
being the
worse.
voice of reason, thus proving she's the best character of these three.
Songs will be sung about your angelic nature, whereas dirges will be written about the evil IF. In
Dirges
fact,
will be
it
written
wouldn't
about
surprise
the
me one
evil
bit
IF.
If next gen
You know what?
was
This
actually
thing that
the
Pikachu's
evil
talking about.
IF
If
and a robot
Pikachu
so
happened to
cute.
be the next gen Mech,
You must
or
really
if IF
want
was
to
the-
see the
I
dark
think it would've been really
flames
cool.
of hell. Shall I
But
show
given
them
that,
to you?
outside of the credits, it's not
Sorry
proven
again,
that
Choo.
either of them
I'll
are
shut
the
up
next gen
and
Mech.
just let
It's just
me
not as
stay in the
cool.
scene. Nobody would feel sorry for me, even if I never made an appearance in the first place, Choo. Please don't cry, Mr. Mouse. Iffy.
Screw it.
See, even
if
IF
you
is
really
sick
want
of
that
her.
rat around, Compa, fine. We'll find a place for him. As for you, Warachu, if you ever call me evil again, I really will scissor kick you straight to hell.
Scissor kick a
Message
mouse.
received, Choo. You'll
Interesting.
never hear that word come out of my mouth again.
Never hear the
Back
word
to
come out of your
business.
mouth?
Congrats are
Bullcrap.
due since you've completed the game industry gauntlet.
Hooray, you! Good job, Choo! I would never have made it alone. You're so super duper cool for being able to do it. You've really mastered this game. You've made me one
We
proud
did not
Compa.
master this game. I'm gonna tell you
Compa,
right
what are
now.
you saying? The game's far from mastered.
And in fact, it's not even over. It's like
over.
50% content I have to
Did
do.
you think that clearing this piddling game industry gauntlet was your final task? True
But no, I mean,
hell
this
awaits.
level was just insane.
So, this was like a pretend hell? You seem to like pretend hells, Iffy.
Pretend
Duh.
hell.
This false hell was so easy that it's like
This
eating
false hell
Papa's
was easy
homemade
because I
shaved
decided to
ice
play
topped
it
milk
with
and
the
sugar.
easy difficulty. If I was doing it
Iffy?
in the
That sounds really
promo,
unhealthy.
we would not be here.
Are you eating a well-balanced diet?
I'm glad Compa's
She
worried about
uses
IF's
condensed
diet.
milk on her shaved ice, doesn't she, Choo? That's a bold choice, my darling. One that only a true
What does,
shaved ice connoisseur
what does
could make,
condensed
Choo.
milk taste like?
The game industry gauntlet was just a battleground
I drink whole
governed by
milk
our
is
set
what,
of rules.
3.5%?
But wouldn't true hell consist of a battleground where no rules apply, where chaos runs rampant?
IF is correct. That would be true hell.
I know I'm not one to talk,
Assuming you
but
don't
her
like it.
saying that really does make IF sound evil, Choo. Everyone has cleared so many quests and dungeons already. I don't know what else there is for them to do.
In survival endless mode,
That's
basically.
because players tend
That's
to
what
use
I
their
think it
favorite
is.
character, or the one they're
I'm not even going to
proficient
try
with.
to do it.
Fighting those wimpy monsters isn't any
You
kind
know
of
how this game
special
plays.
feat.
It's just a,
Well, maybe it is for
Dynasty
Neptune.
Warriors game.
Poor Nep Nep. Don't make fun of her when she's not around, Iffy. I agree, Choo. IF has a real dark side to her. Maybe that's her personality for this game.
IF being in dark side?
I have a dark
Sure.
side? Wow, that makes me sound really cool and mysterious and stuff.
Why is IF into
I
this?
think Iffy's gone off the deep end with her silly delusions.
There we go.
Dungeon leads to dungeon. The difficulty spikes at every turn. To win, teamwork is crucial. Be grateful that I've crafted the perfect set piece to have you all experience this concept firsthand.
See, IF's design.
Behold,
Neptral Tower.
Tower.
Another post game of this game that I'm not even going to show off. Okay, that's how far it
Let's
goes.
see how long you can maintain your
that's how
sanity
far it will
when
go.
faced with a never-ending tower.
That sounds so scary. Scarier than anything else in the universe, including nursing school. Anyway, Iffy, are you okay? If something's on your noggin, you can talk to me about it, you know.
Don't worry, Compa. I'm as right as rain. Right as rain.
Okie dokie, if you say so.
Even Compa doesn't believe her.
Oh, we almost forgot to mention that
Oh, yeah.
we decided
Why
to go
did
ahead and revive Miss Next
Compa
Gen
and IF,
too.
and I'm assuming Nepgear
She
revive
was
him.
lonely, all dead and stuff.
Oh, her. My
So
bad.
we brought her back with more power and took her to Neptral Tower.
I guess to make her
I
a
agree
post-game
with
boss
Iffy.
fight?
A challenge
But
is
fine.
good. So we made her as super tough as Iffy is. Please be careful.
We made her as tough as
Sounds
Iffy
dangerous
is.
to me, Choo. After all,
One of the
IF
greater
is one
demon
the
gods
greater
of game
demon
industry.
gods
Yep,
of
that's
game
how they
industry.
treat IF in this game.
She's even battled the CPUs as a human, unlike Kampa, who is only here to watch the fights too.
Yes.
Thinking back to the days where I had to fight her brings a shiver down my tiny spine. Choo.
Wait,
If next gen Mech
didn't we
really
only
is
fight
as tough as
Pikachu in
IF,
Mark II though?
she's going to be a really challenging
And in
opponent.
Victory?
Yep. That's why I
So-
want everyone to be super careful out there.
This is where
Don't
I'm
overdo it
convinced
if you
that
run
this
into
isn't
trouble.
a part of the
So hey,
Reverse One
Wartooth,
continuity.
I heard
But at the
what
same
you
time,
said
this is
about me
post-game
being a
content, so I don't know
demon
how much of
god.
this is canon.
What did I say about calling me
Hey,
evil?
why would they
Yeah, but it felt
revive
like
the next gen Mech? It doesn't make any sense for
for
them to
the
do it in
conversation
continuity. So
today.
this post-game
Crap,
probably isn't
I gotta
canon.
run too.
And that's fine.
Don't you dare!
I don't think so.
Iffy! Aw, Pooh. We have to finish our segment. Please come back.
You're not finishing your segments.
To recap, we have created Neptune Tower for you to challenge, along with a stronger next-gen
I mean,
Mech.
the next gen Mech just wanted to play, so this is
I can't
the
believe my
inevitable
co-host
evolution of it.
left. I guess I'll end this segment myself, as the franchise's main assistant.
Assistant,
Bye-bye. See
damn.
you again.
Okay.
Dang, I can't see the tippy top of this Titanic tower. Who gave it the lazy name
Tower of
of
Game
Industry?
The original source is unknown, but as far as I
That's
could
just
find,
what it's called.
that's just what it's called. Its original name was supposed to
Game
be
Industries Fantastical Neptunia Z Tower.
Oh, wow. That's a lot longer. But wait, why'd the shortened name use the word of?
Because I can, Nepgear.
An interesting observation regarding literal Japanese translation mechanics. Noir, you explain
And
it.
here's where the Nawaru
What sort of
joke
garbage
started
are you
appearing.
talking about now?
Don't toss the subject over
Okay.
to me like that.
Nepunoa.
If it bothers you, just do the standard English thing and swap it around, making it Game Industry
That would
Tower.
work too.
Literal spellings are funny too. Noir, you'd be Nowaru.
That's so dumb looking in English. People would think you're a total goofball.
Yeah.
Oh,
Although
yeah?
the now are you
It
joke
could
was
work if
very
it was played
interesting
off as
here.
a bad translation joke and localized as now
You
are
know, part of me wants to do Mega Man next.
What the hell are you talking about? Stop
Because
screwing around
delaying
and stop using
Pokemon is the
my
best
name
thing
as the
ever,
butt of your
apparently.
jokes.
Enough name calling and localization discussion.
I don't know.
Just call it Tower and be done with it.
Tower.
It's not like anyone will ever know the real original name for it anyway.
Blonde, I can't believe you stood up for me. I knew we were friends.
Friends.
You shut up too, now are you?
Damn it. Come on, everyone. I'll look into its
Original
original
name.
name, but we might learn it faster if we venture inside.
I agree. I can't let my big sister be the target of bad translation jokes because of this stupid tower's name.
Uni, I appreciate it, but all you did was remind everyone about the whole bad name translation thing.
And here they're just talking about localization
I'm
because
gonna
localization
climb
be
this tower
jammed.
too. Race you to the top, Rom.
Which makes me question what they originally
Okay,
said in the Japanese
race.
version of this game.
Don't rush.
But
It
Neptunia
might
is one of
be
those franchises.
dangerous
If I'm
inside,
looking at anything
so stay
canon,
with
I'm
us
looking at
and
a
listen to
Japanese
what
because
we
it's the
tell
source
you.
code. It's the source code. The source
With how we
material.
cannot see
But
the top,
when it comes to just
there
sitting
is
through
no
the game
telling
and
if this
having
tower
fun
even
with
has
them,
a
I'm
top to
going
race
to be
to.
looking through the English stuff. Because Neptunia
We
English
won't
dub
know until we try.
is one of the rare moments in
Where does
games
tower
where
even
I actually
come
think the
from?
dub was better.
Yet another
With the
mystery
exception
to
of
be
Rom. I
solved
think
as
Rom,
we ascend.
Rom and Pludio work way better in
If
sub,
we
but
do
everyone
reach
else
the
just
top,
worked better in the dub.
I bet it'd have a really awesome view of the
But that's
world.
just my take on it. I know there are fans of different versions.
Super pretty.
Quit yakking about it. We got us a tower to climb,
We've
and
got
we've
long-bowed,
got
long-bow legs to climb it
legs to climb it with.
I don't know why it was said like
We
that, but
gotta
sure.
teamwork this bad boy and create a brain trust to figure out what it's all about.
Still not a joke, I'm not doing the Neptune Tower, okay? This game is too damn long
Now
and too
loading,
damn
it's you.
hard.
Welcome.
Neptoraru Tower.
Where do we
And here I
start?
am reading this. As you can reach the top of this monstrous brutal Tower of Doom. Upon clearing each floor, you will be offered a chance to go to the menu screen. Use that. Tower progression is managed by character basis. To truly clear the beast, all characters' tower progression can be reset via the Y button at the menu. Reset progress cannot be recovered, so be careful. How did I read it that quickly originally? I have no idea.
Going to the title screen, Did you save?
I'm not doing the Neptunia Tower, ladies and gentlemen. I could not be bothered
Let's
to do
have
it.
fun.
And here's my attempt at decent mode, and you realize even the decent mode is not
Now
that
loading.
good. Okay, the decent mode is also hard as hell. It's not as bad as pro mode. I'm convinced I can beat decent mode. I just need some time.
Whoosh! Fire!
I just need to practice it. And that's my take on it. Decent mode probably is not that hard. I just wasn't playing it optimally because I was so out of it by this point. Because this was all one recording session. Just one session I'd record the entire game. And here's my victory against Ram. However, the next opponent is going to just get me absolutely...
Stop it!
just create an insane rush to
That hurt! Dang!
it. Okay.
32-bit Mega Blade!
See, this is more balanced. Decent mode is at least balanced with the game's difficulty in mind. This is fun.
Yet.
The pro mode was just, absurdly hard. Although this game really looks like you could have done online multiplayer really well. Okay, online multiplayer game would have been fun as fuck if we had a guard button. The problem is there's no guard button in this game, so it's just...
Yet.
So pretty much everything is the Roxas fight from Kingdom Hearts 2 with no guard.
So simple.
Now that was a great fight!
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that match was great!
Okay. We'll defeat the White Sister. But then Famitsu, I think Famitsu is the one that kicks my ass. It's either Famitsu or Blonde that I couldn't beat.
All right. Let's have
Okay,
fun.
time to get absolutely murked by this person. Right here.
Now loading.
This is a great matchup. Thanks for the wait, everyone.
We fight him, we hurt, we defeat.
Can't
No, I think
catch
we lose here. I don't think I actually beat Famitsu. She's using her blue shrimp, which means this is the stronger weapon. And not the default weapon.
Let's take a break.
So I guess that the fights in the tower are at max level with best equipment outside of whatever you have. And that's it for me there. That's where I lose, and this is probably where the video ends. Yeah, we got like a minute left, but
I hope she tries again.
that's my case, okay? This game, if I had to rank it numerically, I'd give this game a 6.5 out of 10. So it's technically not a passing grade. The 70s and up is passing, 69 and lower is a failing grade. Would I replay this? Probably not. Did I have a good time with it in the moment? Yes. I just think that the gameplay was so repetitive towards the end. And again, it's mostly due to my experience. This game probably has a really high skill gap that I haven't even come close to approaching. And if I actually get there, then maybe. The thing is, I'm not 10 years old anymore. I don't have the time or patience to sit down and completely master a game. If I'm going to do that, it's going to be with something that I've been playing for years and I clearly haven't. So I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed.